Welcome to the first episode of Drawing with Issa. Today we're doing an art style challenge, specifically with art YouTubers. First off, we have Emirichu. I'm gonna just speed through the sketching because I can't think and sketch at the same time. Be right back. Sketching is hard, so I had to do that off camera, but now we have our basic sketch. Look at that. I think it kind of looks like Emirichu. I think the hardest part is going to be the line art because she has such a specific vibe to her line art. Like, you look up Emirichu's art and almost all of it has like sketching stuff. Like, it's not actually... I can't talk, help. You look up her art and almost all of it for a while there was no line art and she would just color in her sketches. But now, I think she's starting to do actual lines, but when she actually does line art, she doesn't color it. So I'm just like, I want to do a picture in color. I don't know what style to copy. I think I'm gonna do the actual line art and then color how she does, if that makes any sense at all. Not me taking a screenshot of her art. I don't know if you heard that. I feel like I'm almost copying a style she did like a while ago. This isn't necessarily how she draws anymore. I just feel like the most massive fangirl ever. And you know what? I'm gonna own it. What kind of brush is that? It looks like it has almost no line weight to it. But I know she uses Clip Studio Paint, so she probably downloaded an external brush that I, in fact, do not have. We're gonna have to make do with what we got. The good thing is that I'm not doing this traditionally, so I can technically mess up as often as I please. Oh wait, biggest thing, I shouldn't be inking in black. She has like this reddish color, and it's very cute. Oh, the eyes are so uneven. Don't you love when you flip your art and just realize how bad it looked before? That's always a great feeling. Well, I mean, I guess it's good that you would catch it now before you'd post it. She like colors everything in by hand. She's just scared of the bucket tool or something. I'm just gonna do 2 dots here. Those kind of look like her eyes that she draws sometimes. I feel like her art style, you can always tell that it's her drawing, but if you look at each individual piece, they don't all look similar to each other. She draws eyes differently every time, but you can still always tell it's very Emirichu looking, which is great, but it also makes it really annoying to copy. I think she's actually inspired a lot of my art style. Like, if you look at my profile picture for YouTube, it looks enough like Emirichu that I would say that this maybe was a little bit too easy of a challenge because she's like such a huge inspiration to me. Walmart Emirichu, here we come. The way she draws face shapes is so hard because it's like she has a tiny bit of a hint of a cheek. It's like different than actual anime, but it's like sharp, but it's not. How does she do this? So it goes like in a little bit, but she still has this little divot for the actual cheek. I'm gonna have to put up a picture because I'm not making any sense. For the longest time, I thought she drew her chins pointy, but I don't think they're actually pointy at the very bottom. If I was doing this traditionally, I would have already screwed up. This would already have been a scrap. The light box would be out. Her eyebrows are only lines, which is really weird for me because I like drawing actual eyebrows. The hardest part is going to be my hair. I don't know if it's really self-indulgent to be drawing my own character for all of these art style challenges, but I feel like it's a very good baseline because I've drawn this character a million times at this point. Okay, maybe not a million. I've drawn this character enough that I feel like it's the only character that I could comfortably convert into styles because I already for sure know what this character looks like. When I decided to add this flower crown, I just want to go and kick myself because it's so hard to draw, and like whenever I actually animate myself, like further than just still frame, I always just make it one flower because I'm really lazy. Why didn't I just make it one flower? Why did I have to add myself a flower crown? I almost wonder if Emirichu regrets at like giving her character stripes. To be fair, it's probably easier to like add on an effect for stripes than to draw on a flower crown every time, so I don't know. When you make these decisions for characters, you don't think about them long term, and you really should. Don't be like me. Also, whenever I decided to give myself this stupid half jacket, I've defended it in videos as a joke, but I genuinely regret giving myself a half jacket. But because she's a little bit more realistic with it, I'm gonna add this part here. What the character is supposed to look like is it's coming off of one of her arms. She has the jacket half on this side. I'm actually gonna add that here because I feel like she would probably draw that rather than just cutting the jacket off halfway. I feel like I drew the face too small, but I don't want to fix it. and I'm kind of copying that style for the little chibi versions. How does she draw so pretty? There's like no other way to describe it. They're just like pleasant to look at. I don't know if that sounds really dumb. Like prettier than like an actual anime. I'm not saying anime isn't pretty, but there's just something about her anime style that's just so satisfying to look at. I'm just really struggling talking with this Invisalign. Oh my god. In the beginning, I used to put so much effort into drawing this flower crown, and at this point, I'm just like, no effort is being put into this flower crown right now. And do you see how fast I'm able to draw this shape now? Did you just see that? I've drawn this shape too many times. I forgot to flip it. I feel like I have to add a skirt. If she doesn't have a skirt, it won't look like Emirichu's art style. I want to give myself her cute little like tap shoes or whatever she has. I have like tennis shoes on. Like that's what I draw my character in. I could give her tennis shoes. It's kind of just drawing back to like a little bit more of what my character actually looks like. Oh my god, it looks so cute. It's not as good as Emirichu. Let's not kid ourselves, but it looks kind of cute. What I find interesting is she has a lot of different ways to like break down her style, depending on how much detail she actually wants or how much the image merits detail. The way she like breaks down a face is just so cute, and I don't know how to capture it. If you feel so inclined, I would love to see you guys take your favorite artists and try to copy their art style, but like with your persona or whatever character you want, and post it in the Discord, because that would be so fun to see. Hold up, let's workshop this. What happened? What happened to you? She looks like she got a really bad haircut in this version over here. I think I've kind of figured out the face, I think. What do you think? I don't really know how she would draw space buns, so I'm just drawing them how I draw them. I probably could look up a reference of when she's drawn her hair in a bun, but it's fine. I feel like if I draw my space buns different, they're just not gonna look like the same character. I've seen her draw these little fists like this with like the X here, and I think it's so cute, and I just wanted to do it. I don't know if it's from like a shoujo manga or something. It looks cute from one angle, but I don't know how I would draw the other angle. I mean, I guess I could just draw it the same way, but flipped. Does that work? I feel like the thumb is gonna look backward. That doesn't feel right, but I'm gonna go with it. It's fine. I think what's the biggest issue here is this hair over here. It looks like she took a lawnmower to her bangs, so we need to fix that. I think her heads are more round. For my art style, I would probably like flatten this curve here, because I just like flat curves. But everything in her art style is super round. I think this would be a full circle, you know what I mean? There's not a lot of sharp points in her art style at all. She definitely draws fingers better than I do. Hold up, this finger is really fat for some reason. I'm just gonna speed through this coloring because it's not gonna be that interesting. You know what? No, we should do her actual color palette, because or else this isn't gonna look like her art style. Here's a screenshot of a picture she drew. I only picked this one because she has so many different characters. It's a lot of different colors that I can draw from. I think this should be the light blue. I'm just trying to use any color that she's actually used for her videos, because then it'll look like her art style. Then again, if she color dropped from the Amazing, then we're just kind of screwed. We got the Emirichu brown. I'm realizing there's also a gradient here, so the colors won't really be perfect, but it's fine. Does this make it look more Emirichu now that I actually color dropped instead of using my own palette? Wait, I want to color it twice. Once with her colors and once with mine, and we'll see if it actually, like, matters. So this is how I would color it, and this is how she would color it. It definitely makes a huge difference whether or not it actually looks like her art style. Yeah, okay, I can't use my own colors. Note to self. So we actually have some design to do, because all these parts are in the original design. But I actually don't know what to make the stockings, because I don't have stockings on my character. Does it look too schoolgirl? I don't know. I think I like the black stocking because it looks a little more, like, if I was gonna make it for like my channel or something, it looks a little more gamer, if that makes sense. I don't add blush to my character very often, or my characters in general. Like, it's pretty much just when I remember to, I will. Does it bother literally anyone else that I don't name my layers? I don't know. Like, I'm sorry if it's bothering you. We need the stars, because she always has some sort of, like, effect in the background. I think we actually have that exact sparkle. Yeah, we do. I love that. And then we have 2 dots here. I don't think I'm gonna add it. Oh no, those 2 dots look awful. It looks like she has acne in her eyes. Okay, we got the first artist down. What do we think? Do we think we did it okay? So this is Emirichu, and this is my drawing. I think I did okay. I'm really happy with this. Let's move on to the next one. We're going slightly out of my comfort zone with this one. Let's see if you can guess who it is before the sketch time lapse ends. I don't even know if you guys can tell what I just drew, but we're doing LavenderTowne. For someone who I consider personally to be my favorite art YouTuber, not necessarily because I want to draw like her art style isn't really something that I'm personally working towards or anything, but just the fact that she's influenced me so much and I love all of the video ideas she comes out with and she's just so creative and I just admire her so much. The fact that my art doesn't really look anything like this is like crazy. No, that's a lie. I think I've actually taken more things from her art style than I originally give myself credit for. The one thing I definitely take are the sharp angles, because I know for sure if I only looked at anime for my art style, then my art wouldn't look as harsh as it does. Like, it doesn't look harsh, but there is a harshness about it at points. So I think that's where that comes from. My favorite part of LavenderTowne's art style is her inking. Now, I have no idea how I'm going to replicate this, but I'm going to try my best. Also, I have never drawn eye spikes on characters before. LavenderTowne just has so much fun with her art. She's like, do these eye spikes make sense? No. But I like them and they're fun to draw, so I'm gonna draw them. And clearly, I can't draw them very well. Oh my god. They don't look right. Hers just looks so natural, and mine looks so forced. I love looking back in people's, like, what other people are inspired by, because I feel like you can draw back a lot of their art style to what they're inspired by. I personally don't think I have an art style, but people have told me I do, so I'm just gonna say I do. Maybe you'll be able to draw back my art style to all the inspirations in this video. What I find interesting is I believe LavenderTowne said she was inspired by Invader Zim, and I can absolutely 100% see that. I've never drawn a nose like this. I mean, it's like cute and fun. She also always does this like cute like cat mouth. The proportion is a little inconsistent. She draws it at a different size every time. I'm just gonna do it like this. I don't care. I'm actually so proud of these eyes. I feel like these eyes low-key look like LavenderTowne eyes, and if I was just gonna stop here, I'd be happy with that. And now the face shape is giving me hell. She does not draw her jaw that thick. I think it gets thick here and then it thins off again. And that is so freaking hard for me to do. I don't know, it's not even that complicated of a shape. It's literally just a wide triangle. Like, it shouldn't be this hard. Okay, now we get to the real challenge. Do I give myself bangs? Because I don't know if there's a single LavenderTowne character that doesn't have bangs. But my character doesn't have bangs. You know what? I'm not gonna draw her with bangs. I think that is cheating, because I don't have bangs, and I have to at least adhere to the main character design. I think what she would do, she would go out like this, because I do have this over here, and she has like her 3 little lines here, right? I'm doing it with consistent line weight, and I have to remember to do thick and thin, or else it won't look like her. I could do like a strand of hair in the middle to like hint at bangs, but I feel like that's still cheating. We're gonna draw me with straight hair. Ooh, such a controversy. And oh yeah, I had my hand sign here, but the issue is LavenderTowne doesn't really draw hands. Like, that's a whole joke with her thing. She draws hands like this, like actual mood. That's how I draw it in the corner of my YouTube videos. She has this intermediate hand that's like kind of chunky, but it's also really small. I think this hand is too big for art style, but it's okay. I think I need this hand to be a little smaller and then just a little bit more angular. I think she actually inks her hands with really light line weight. You know, Emirichu, I think I've heard her say that she actually likes drawing hands, so it actually wasn't hard to find a reference picture of her hands, like, at all. But it's so hard to find any pictures that LavenderTowne has drawn with hands, or at least when they're like a main focus, because she's gone on record saying that she hates drawing them. I can actually picture how LavenderTowne would probably draw these buns. She'd probably make them more realistic, like this. Because LavenderTowne is very, very shape-oriented, is what I've noticed. I don't really know if this is good shape language, because again, it's her art style and she's the one who's actually good at it. What do we think? Does it look like LavenderTowne's art style? I really hope so. It's all in the inking. Like, I could stop here and you could probably guess that it's LavenderTowne, but we have to color, which is gonna be really hard. I'm so inexperienced with the thick to thin lines. It's so obvious. She has like 2 different art styles. One that she uses for her videos that I feel like is somewhat close to this. I feel like if it was for her video, she'd draw the eyes a little smaller, but it's fine. And then she has this other style that she uses for animation, so I wanted to copy that one. I feel like I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. I feel like part of it is also, she said before that she has really shaky hands. I don't even know how you do organic shake. I wouldn't really call my hands necessarily shaky, so it's hard to like emulate. No, I can't really do it. My lines are just smooth. Maybe I should just turn off my stabilization. That's still so smooth. Okay. I can't do it. My hands just aren't shaky. I don't know what to do. Oh yeah, for the background, for her darker hair, she just straight up colors it black. I forgot to do that. I wanted to do that earlier. I think that helps a little bit. What the frick do thumbs look like from the outside? Because her thumb would be facing outward. Dude, that looks so bad. Why did I choose this pose? Okay, now I gotta draw these stupid bangs again. I guess the skirt Issa is coming back in full swing. Her anime skirt looks a lot more harsh than Emirichu's, though. She's so iconic for her eyes, and she always puts like a shape in them. I couldn't think of what shape, if you really think about it, that's a big question to ask someone. What shape represents you? Like, oh frick, I have no idea. What symbol represents me? I would say drawing. I don't know how to draw. I could do like a paint palette. That's what's coming to my head because that's kind of eyeball shaped. This looks really creepy. Her art style is kind of creepy, so it works. And I'm gonna do a paint splatter. So this would be my LavenderTowne iris if I was in the LavenderTowne universe. I am aware that this drawing is probably super old, but it has all the right colors in it, so I'm gonna use it anyway. The biggest difference I noticed with LavenderTowne's art style is that she has a lot of blending modes. Like, she does a lot of lighting layers and stuff, so I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. I'll take the brown from in here. It looks like a LavenderTowne brown. LavenderTowne brown. That sounds funny. All of her characters are like hella pale. Like, they're either really dark skinned or they're really pale. There's no in between. Everyone has different ways that they pick colors. As in, what kind of brown would LavenderTowne use? Frick, I have no idea. It's easier for me to just pick a character that she drew with brown hair or a brown that she did in one of her drawings. I do notice that LavenderTowne's colors are super bright. Sometimes I actually feel like my colors are too desaturated. My instinct is to like put it down to here, but it just won't look right. I have to make it really bright. When you do it well, it looks awesome, and when you do it wrong, it makes it look like the character's just bleeding or something. You know, actually, I have her brushes for Clip Studio Paint. Maybe I should use them. Just go full fangirl mode. I should have used her brushes for this. No! The only thing is I don't actually know if she uses her own brushes. Like, I don't know if she just made that video, like, to test out the brushes. I have no idea if she actually uses her brush pack. Okay, well, I'm using it now. Her Magpie ink pen. And she just has highlights in the hair. I just want to see how big of a difference it makes to have my actual colors. I'm using the paint bucket tool with my mouse right now. Am I like a psychopath? I don't know why. It just makes so much more sense to me. So this is how I would color it. These are my colors, and these are LavenderTowne's colors. It really makes it look like her actual art style. Oh wait, I forgot her little things. How did I forget? This is like the most iconic part of her art style. It's like the little cheek blushes. She has a very definite way she draws clouds, which I absolutely love. Like, look at that cloud. It's just so pretty. Like, it's just such a... Oh, I love it so much. I haven't had this much fun doing a YouTube video and I don't even know how long. Don't judge me, alright? We're gonna try to draw her iconic clouds. Oh, whoa, that's way thinner. How does this girl... Look at this. The lines are so thin, but she still gets so much line variation within the thin lines. Like, how does she... I have trouble getting line variation even when the lines are thick. I'm trying to make the shape. They're just so unique. We'll just be the little copycat today. That's the whole point, right? There you go. Does that look LavenderTowne-ish? Okay, we finished LavenderTowne. I love this picture so much. Like, this is so fun. Why am I having so much fun? We're saying it fits because these are Emirichu style stars and these are LavenderTowne stars. So we're keeping with the theme. And now we're getting into the... I don't know if I'm skilled enough to draw in their art style, but I'm going to try my best territory. Oh no. Oh no. I'm doing SamDoesArts. Send help. I was gonna do 3 drawings like the other ones, but my limit with Sam is 2 because this is already gonna take a long time probably. Let me erase all these sketch lines. Something really small that I never really noticed. All these other ones, I have space buns, but I didn't add any gravitation into the space buns. They're just kind of plonked on the head. But with SamDoesArts, I feel like he would actually draw the hair like this, like gathering up into the space buns, so that way it makes more sense. Coloring time. This is where it all goes to crap. I feel like maybe the proportions actually look somewhat SamDoesArts, but the coloring is yikes. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Oh my god, I'm so scared. I took pretty heavy reference from 2 of his pictures, just because there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this freestyle, okay? I'm trying my best. But these are the 2 pictures that I was copying off of. You know, I'm making this so much harder on myself because I have never painted in Clip Studio Paint. I've done digital art painting before, but that's all in Procreate on the iPad because I just like the brushes more. I actually will need everything on separate layers. I'm actually so nervous because I honestly don't like the brushes that much in Clip Studio Paint, if I'm honest. I know I should probably try Photoshop because Photoshop is known for their like painterly brushes. I don't really like Photoshop either. It feels like I'm painting in a photo editing app and I don't like it. I think I'm just picky. But like, see, like it's like blending the white into it and I'm like, stop, I just want the color. Not Discord notifying me about a message 4 hours after someone sent it. Okay, anyways, if I was copying the exact colors, I feel like that would be really easy, but I can't just draw my character with white hair. Like that just doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to reference this picture of actual space buns. I'm doing 1 picture at a time. We're not doing this, we're not dueling this twice. So there's one thing I feel like this hair is missing. So this hair doesn't have any really bright highlights, but I kind of want to add them just so it looks a little bit more like this image. It's just I don't know where to push the colors to. Like, do I push it brown or do I push it yellow? I mean, I guess it actually does help that I actually painted it on. I think I would go with this color, but I think Sam would probably go for the yellow. I'm calling their names as if we're on like a first name basis, and we absolutely are not. I do not know any of these people. It would be in my wildest dreams that I would. So I just think it's funny. I'm like, oh, Sam would do this, like as if I've ever talked to him. Going off of what Sam's art looks like, he might do this. Maybe that's a better way to phrase it. Does that look too bright? I mean, I like it. I just feel like it'd only be if she was in like direct sunlight, and she's really not. So maybe I won't do that. I probably shouldn't be focusing on just the hair. I should be doing the face too, so that way it can look all cohesive. It almost looks like I need a clipping mask for the actual, like, not clip the shadows to the skin, but clip something onto the shadows, because the shadows have gradients within them. Did that make any sense? Hopefully, because I'm about to do it. So I'm not gonna actually clip this to the skin, which means I need to be kind of precise because he has his shadows actually shifting color, which is interesting. That sounds like actually something I could apply to my own art. Just like having gradients within the shadows sounds like it would be pretty. Am I making this too easy on myself? I don't know, man. I mean, I picked the exact same angle. I feel like I'm making this way too easy on myself. It's okay. I don't have blue eyes, so it'll be fine. Man, these colors just don't look like what he would pick though. They're just really fugly colors. And if I know anything about Sam's art, from at least what I've seen, I don't even think it's possible for him to pick a set of ugly colors. Let's draw those little highlights. Those are like an interesting shape because they look so real. Those eyes, man, they do not look the same. Okay, let me Photoshop this in my head. What's wrong? That looks a little better. His noses are really red, dude. He really went through that anime phase. This looks like this girl's first time ever trying to apply lipstick. I am so sorry. It's definitely the eye proportions that look off. I mean, I needed to make the eyes darker, I already know that, but there's something else wrong with these. Where did I draw the eyes? Did I draw them on the same layer? No, it's here. Like, no shot I drew my eyes on the same layer as everything. That would be a travesty. I don't want to over-render it, though. That's the biggest thing. You can't over-render when you're doing his art style. You have to say the most in the least amount of strokes. This edge is so much straighter in his. This is a very muted highlight. I so badly want to put something on her lip to make her lip glow, because it looks cute, but I can't, because he doesn't do that. There's something off about it. Her eyes are too big, and I don't have the liquify tool, which is very annoying. What's the easiest way to do this? So just a little bit smaller. That one wasn't as bad as the other one. Wow, that helped a lot. It kind of looks like a messy version of one of his. Like, if he drew a painting in like 20 seconds and had no time to do anything, maybe it would look like this. I definitely drew my face a lot skinnier. It is a different character. Like, it's not supposed to be the same person, so I think I can get away with a little bit of that. Let's do more of the hair strokes, because especially in this one, it's just like, it's wild with all the stuff he has. Drawing these so they look natural is very difficult. I feel like if I'm gonna do it anywhere, I should do it on her space buns. It looks like someone just spread baby food on her face. Let's try to fix that a little bit. And then I want to add a little bit of a hint. Why do I have so many layers? I want to add a little bit of a hint to my blue jacket over here. Let me just look up a picture of a blue flower crown. Let's see if I can draw a rose. It shifts from blue to green, and it's like so subtle, but it's just so pretty, and I'm like, oh, how do you do that? These kind of look like roses. I don't have any reference. I don't know. There probably is a picture where Sam has done some sort of rose, but it's fine. We're winging it because we're cool, and I think I'm actually gonna have to add leaves and stuff. Does he have a green somewhere? I don't think so. Okay, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'll be a big girl and I'll pick my own green. I'm maturing as an artist. I can pick my own green for my flower crown. Haha. This is actually probably not a very realistic green. It's really bright, but it's okay. It looks more like a flower crown than what I usually draw, so I'll take that as a win. I might time-lapse this one, because the process is going to be very similar. Let's just make her in the sky. You know, that just makes sense. This looks like something he would do. I don't really know what stars look like in the daytime. Do these look like stars? These look kind of Sam-coded. I say that we officially did SamDoesArts art style. Woo! We got another one under our belt. I drew these all in one day. This is like fun. This is like the most fun I've had making a video in so long. So weird flipping between them. 1, 2, 3. It does not look like the same person drew all of those. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it. It's kind of been hell to edit because it was 4 hours of raw footage that I had to edit down to 25 minutes. I didn't even get it as short as I thought I would, so I'm honestly surprised that I drew all of that in 4 hours. I thought it was gonna be so much longer when I looked at the footage, but nope. I was just on crack that day. I don't know what was happening. I drew them all in a row. I actually had to go back and record intros, like first I'm drawing this person, and then I'm drawing this person. I had to go back and add that because I just drew all of them like one after the other without a break or without introing who it is, or yeah, that day was just super fun. I also hope you liked the intro at the beginning. I animated that the other day and I think it's really cute. Speaking of not drawing the flower crown on actual animations, I guess I'm just a liar now because I drew the full flower crown. Anyways, these are all the members. Thank you so much to them, and I will see you next time for another art video.